I think in the first couple weeks of being in the house, Helen was going through a lot of emotional, just stuff. I know she's like all the way in America from England, no contact with her family, normal support system, whole different environment. Everybody handled it a lot different. I think for her, it was just tough. It was really tough for her to adjust. So I did whatever I could, just to help the transition be a little bit easier. And because we were all so close in the house, if one person was off, it could throw us all off. So I'm like, let me just step in and, intervene where I can. And, it ended up, working for the time being.
I actually fought JJ, and she's very intense when you're fighting her. Like, she gets in your face and she puts on like this hard, this tough front and everything. So like, she is very much a fighter, and she is probably one of the most competitive people that I met, on the show. So yeah, she is very sweet, and she's very kind and everything, but when she gets in there, she's beast.
In the fight, it seemed like JJ definitely wanted to stand with her, and Tatiana, being a great wrestler, definitely wanted to get to the ground, which she was able to do, and she kind of dominated, controlled the fight with her wrestling. I think Tatiana's going to be a tough matchup for any of the other girls just because of her wrestling.
The pressure was on JJ now, and I think that she took it really well. She fought her ass off, did really good against Tatiana as much as she could. Once she lost, the morale of the team, it got low at first, like just a split second, because we were sad that she lost. But after that, we stayed high in spirits and just knew that whoever was up to fight next, they would do their best, and we stayed in good spirits.
We thought number one pick versus number one pick, we thought it would have been a little bit more back and forth. So it was our second loss of the season. It was a little bit like we were all bummed out, and I know that kind of made Johanna get really mad and kind of crack down on us after that. So it kind of put the pressure on our team.
Me and Khalil had talked about a donut eating contest before we even went on the show, and then when we got matched up, we figured the day after our fight would be a great day to do it, just because we both fought, wouldn't have to fight for a while. Good to go, and to give the loser a chance to redeem himself and maybe get a little something back.
And I wanted to show people that you can fight your friend and still have fun the next day or an hour later.
I figured if I started out just mowing them down as fast as I could, I'd slow down pretty quick and it'd get pretty tough. So I tried to start out at an even pace and keep that throughout. I saw Khalil getting in there and just getting after it, just mowing these things down, and I looked over at that and I was a little nervous, but I figured he'll slow down after one or two and I'll still be going strong at a nice even pace. And then after a few more donuts, he still wasn't slowing down at all. And then I tried to pick up the pace, but it was a little late.
At first, when I started eating the donuts, I stuffed a whole one in my mouth. And then I couldn't salivate enough to really break it down. So it's dry, just sugar. And so once I remembered that I had milk and I dipped it, and then I remembered every bite, it would just sink in and go away. So I'm just dipping, and that was it. That was, I think the record was 3 minutes and something seconds, and yeah, I felt it afterwards for sure.
I guess off the top of my head, that'd have to be the worst punishment I've had to do for a bet. At the end of the day though, it's just looking stupid, so it's not too bad.
I'm glad that we were able to do that to show people that what we do is, it's just business, and it had no effect on, our connection, our relationship,